What were the conversations with the other patients like?
So I was by far the youngest patient there.
Yeah.
I was by far, everyone there was much older than I was. But honestly, the people who took care of me, they were amazing because I don't know how they do it day in, day out, but they're the happiest people ever. They literally keep you happy. They literally keep you positive. And all the people there as well, like because obviously everyone's a lot older than me, 60s, 70s, 80s sort of people. And it's almost like a big family because everyone's going through the same thing. Obviously everyone's got different types of cancer, but everyone's going through the same thing of just sitting in the chair, having chemo. And it's interesting hearing their stories because obviously they have a lot more life experience than I do.
Yeah.
So there's so many interesting stories. I feel like old people always have the best stories, right? They always do.
Yeah, I guess it's unusual to spend 8 hours sitting next to a random old person and like talking about their lives.
This is the other thing. Because my cancer was spread so far and was so bad, I was one of the only people there that would actually stay 8 hours. Some of the other people would come and go.
Okay.
So most of the time, I actually wouldn't have the same person sat next to me.
Okay.
So maybe halfway through the day, there'll be someone else who comes to sit next to me, who's coming in for their treatment. So I met so many different people. It was great. I say it was great. Obviously, it's not great having chemo, but it was great speaking to all these people and just socializing with them.
So what's that like? What is the social etiquette around someone sits next to you in the chemo chair? Is it like a bus where or a bit on the underground where you're not going to make eye contact? Is it like an aeroplane? Like what does it look like?
Everyone says hello. Everyone's like, "Hey, how's it going?" And the first question they ask each other is, "What are you here for?
Okay.
What's your cancer?
Yeah.
What's your chemo like? What's your treatment like?"
Okay.
And they'll ask, obviously the most common question I got was, "How old are you?"
Yeah.
Because I just looked like a young person to be there.
So you would say 27/28.
I was 27.
How would people respond to that?
People just feel sorry. People just feel sorry for me. They're like, "Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't deserve this," all sort of stuff. And I was like, obviously, it's really nice because all these old people, like, they treat you as if like they're your son. I mean, you're their son even. They treat you as if that they need to take care of you in a way.
Yeah.
Which is nice because it's nice having all this support from all these just strangers, random people who just want to see you get through it.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Because you sort of strike me as similar to me in that I feel like you're not big on sharing your emotions and getting emotional support from other people generally.
No,
correct me. Oh, you are? Okay.
I am.
So I guess
you just don't see it online.
Yeah, I guess that's not really the persona that you.
No, I can understand that, especially on my YouTube channel.
Yeah,
I think I feel like
you put across a very like put together like. Yeah.
I think it'll be quite interesting seeing when people watch this.
Yeah,
because I feel like this is a lot more casual.
Yeah, you're more smiley here than I've ever seen you on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know.
and we're talking about you having cancer.
So true. Yeah, I think I definitely am an emotional person for sure. But I was really lucky to have friends around me at the time for emotional support and like supporting me and stuff, making sure I was okay. I had friends trying to visit me. Obviously at the time I had to be very careful because COVID was going around. Yeah. And when you have chemo, your white blood cells just disappear, right? So I couldn't see anyone really, but people would call me, people would FaceTime me, message me. They would always ask how I was. And I remember before I actually started the chemo, I literally had all of my friends and family all come and visit me in like 3 weeks. People I hadn't seen for years had come and see me. And it was just nice. It was nice having that support. And it was nice just knowing that I can call any of these people and be like, hey, I need this, and they would be there for me. It was great.
Sick. What sort of life lessons did you learn from the old people that you were chatting to in that time, if any? I feel like old people love imparting wisdom on younger people, so I imagine you would have got a lot of that.
Well, I think I was lucky in a way where most of the people that I spoke to, they were just very much just like happy-go-lucky. Okay. They were just like, do whatever the hell you want, because they're literally, like everyone says, life is just too short. Like, if everything is too serious, everything is too like, if you take everything too seriously, nothing is fun. Just enjoy as much as you can. And I think I was like that anyway. Luckily, I think I'm already in that sort of mindset of, hey, I'm in a very fortunate position where I get to do stuff that I enjoy already for work. I just happen to also make money with it. That's the great thing. And, I live comfortably and stuff, and I enjoy myself. I see friends and family. I socialize. Like, look, I'm here with you socializing. I enjoy this sort of stuff. I enjoy socializing with people and hanging around with other people. And I feel like that's what a lot of these older people taught me. Having experiences with other people and just taking things as they go, pretty much.
Okay.
And I think that's also why with the cancer, I'm just like, hey, I've done it now. It's done. Like I've completed it. It was just another section of my life.
Yep.
I never saw it as like, oh my God, like, you know, I do sometimes think to myself, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But also I think, that was a good experience. So,
don't want to do it again, but
yeah, exactly.
How do you think about the balance between live every day as if it's your last versus kind of the more think about the long term?
I think it's good to have a mix of both. I think a lot of people think, oh, you need to have one or the other. No. I think it's important to have a mix of both, because you don't want to, for example, I know people say, oh, you know, when you're young, you should enjoy yourself, spend all your money, you know, get drunk, eat whatever you want. But, you know, what if when you're 50, 60 years old and you start having health issues? What if you don't have enough money for retirement? You've got to think about both. You've got to have a good balance of the two, I think. And I've found from, you know, things like just going to the gym, I wouldn't say, you know, I'm like properly in shape, but I try to be, and I try to eat healthy. And like we were talking this morning, I don't drink coffee really, because I want to just be able to be 50, 60 years old and be like, oh, you know, I'm still fine. I'm still going through life completely fine. I'm still fit as a fiddle. I'm still doing whatever I want to do, and I don't have any other sort of health issues.
So you don't drink either?
No, I don't drink alcohol at all.
Yeah, and I guess like when a lot of young people hear that someone is teetotal, they think, oh well, aren't you sacrificing enjoyment of life?
Oh my God,
like, yeah.
The amount of times where I've been to a restaurant or a bar and I've said, oh, I don't drink, and the looks I've gotten, people are like, oh, you must be well boring, or you must not have had fun. I'm thinking like, that actually says a lot about you, because it means you have to get a bit drunk or a bit tipsy to have fun. Why can't you have fun as you are? Like, that's how I see it. Because I think if you can't find happiness in just like not having any sort of drugs in you, then, you know, there's another underlying issue there.
Nice. So other than, I mean, obviously going through the experience, and it sounds like the cancer has taught you to double down on this thing of enjoy every day on its own merit, but also think about kind of long-term stuff. Have you had any other kind of lessons that you've learned from it that you would kind of share with other people? I
think the biggest thing I've definitely learned from cancer is not giving less of a shit. Like caring a lot less about what other people think and what other people say. That's why I shared the video of me sharing that I have cancer. Was I thought to myself, there are going to be some people who comment this, that, and the other, saying that, hey, you know, you deserve to have it, or some trolling or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know there's always going to be some people who are going to benefit from it. And, you know, there have been other people who have reached out to me where they're like, hey, I'm so glad you shared your cancer story, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have discovered that I also have cancer, that I wouldn't have known the symptoms. I wouldn't have known what it's like. So I've realized I just need to, I realized I need to stop caring a lot less about what other people think and just do whatever I think is best. But I feel like you need to have a good balance there, because obviously you don't want to come across as an arsehole either, of course.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be going around thinking you're all that, basically. You want to be able to have a good balance.
Okay. Just in terms of like a public health announcement, what are the things that you would encourage people to be looking for with regards to testicular cancer / any others?
I'm not sure I'm the right person, because
I mean, you've been through it. Like, I know, but I've got a bullet point list from med school that I barely remember, but yeah. But
the thing with cancer, and with cancer in general, obviously, it affects everyone differently. So the symptoms you might have are different. I feel like I don't really want to say the symptoms on camera, because someone could have that symptom, but they actually might not have cancer. So I would just recommend, for example, going on an actual cancer research website or the NHS website and seeing the actual information on there, because that's where I found the information that I needed. And that's how I realized, because I remember the day when I went to hospital, and I remember sitting on that bed and them telling me I had cancer. I feel like I knew before then that I had it. All of the symptoms, all the things I had already read about, and I had met basically the criteria. It was just a matter of having an actual doctor telling me that, hey, you've got it. I think it is literally just a matter of taking care of yourself and just looking at proper official medical websites for
nice
sort of symptoms, rather than some random Joe blog. Or,
you know.
You know.
How often do you do self-examination and stuff these days?
Self-examination.
Yeah, that's
How
what
often do you do self-examination?
Well, clearly not often enough. I do it maybe once every few months when I'm in the shower and I remember. It's often when I just sort of I just think of you and then I think I should do some self-examination.
Guys, Ali's just mentioned to me that he thinks of me when he's in the shower.
Some of the time, maybe once every few months.
I don't know whether I should be impressed or disgusted. But
I mean, it's weird because like
actually, I guess I should be proud of that because it means that
Yeah.
I've had that impact on you, right?
Yeah.
I've had the impact on you where you're like, hey, Ollie, my friend has had cancer. Maybe I should just check.
Yeah.
Which I think, maybe whoever's watching this, check yourself. Make sure you think of me. As weird as that sounds.